Welcome to the Fashion is Cool podcast, where we explore fashion's business side and the entrepreneurs behind it. Hosted by Dwight Carter, your guide to diverse careers and inspiring stories in fashion.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fashion is Cool podcast, where we explore the multi-careers in fashion and educate you on what it's like to be in the fashion industry by talking to professionals who make it happen. I'm your host, Dwight Carter, and today we've got a special guest, someone who's been building one of the most original fashion brands coming out of St. Louis, Kansas City. I guess we could just say Missouri. Q Ambition is the founder of Goldbar Limited, a label well known for its one-of-a luxury jackets, clean aesthetic, and a blend of artistry and hustle you cannot fake. We're going to talk to Q about how Goldbar started, what it's like running a brand from the ground up, and where Q sees the future of fashion heading, especially for young designers trying to carve out their lane. Q, welcome to the show today.
Thanks for having me, Dwight. I appreciate you.
Yeah. When did we meet? We met, I guess we talked about a year ago, about this time.
Man.
Roughly, right?
Yeah, time is flying.
And you've done a lot since then.
Yes, sir.
It's just been crazy. So can you tell us the story behind Goldbar Limited and how the idea came out and what inspired the name?
So we started off as Ambition. So we actually rebranded recently with Goldbar Limited, but we started with Ambition and St. Louis, Missouri, just getting things going with like the St. Louis Legends, with the Ambition t-shirts. I mean, I started at St. Clair Square Mall out there in Illinois and St. Louis at the flea markets and stuff like that. And then I'll end up opening up my own inline store as well. But me converting over, moving out to Atlanta, just opened up my mind and my spectrum as far as just switching up our approach. Cause, we were more like street apparel originally, but then we went into street luxury. We went more on the luxury side with the cut and sew and everything. So I made these gold bars that said Ambition in them. It just, it stood out, man. It made all our garments stand out. That's kind of how we got started in Atlanta with the Ambition Gold Bar. And then later on down the line, I had a friend of mine that introduced me to Damon, John, and Alex with FUBU. And we had some conference calls and some mentorship. And they explained to me that with the Ambition, there was so many people in my class under trademarks in the fashion world that we were going to have issues. So he was just like, maybe you should change it around because originally it was Ambition, the only lifestyle. So he was like, how about you call it Toll, which is the only lifestyle. So that's when I opened up the inline store in St. Louis, the fashion house in St. Louis, which was the only lifestyle. And we ended up changing things over to just the Gold Bar because I'm a big fan of listening to my audience, listening to the customer, to the client. And a lot of people was telling me like, yo, they would always speak upon the Gold Bar. They were like, the Gold Bar this, the Gold Bar that. I love the Gold Bar, Gold Bar, Gold. And it just stuck with us, man. We just wanted to like kind of step away from Ambition, the only lifestyle, and then go more into a luxury side of things with the Gold Bar. So that's kind of a short cap of how the Gold Bar came about, Gold Bar Limited.
Okay, and then did you study fashion?
I didn't, man. I've been literally studying as I'm going. The process has been, I'm literally like 20 years in fashion as far as just getting started out of just pressing shirts at the local mall, making clothes, like dyeing stuff in the basement and creating Letterman jackets in the garage, pressing on patches and everything. So literally, yeah, man, I have not had any education outside of just hands-on.
And what was your first jacket?
First Letterman jacket, maybe like in 2009, 8 or 9, and it was just like literally, I took a wooden cross and I, pressed it down in like fabric paint, put it on the back of the Letterman jacket, and I patched it up with all these vintage patches. Then we crystal it so at the time, Sylvester Crystal was open to doing business with anybody. Now they kind of tighten it up a little bit. But now, at the time I was ordering Sylvester crystals from LA in the fashion district, and I would just crush them up, ice them out. And it's so crazy because we were doing that like roughly like 17, 18 years ago, and people wasn't really gravitating toward it at the time. now I mean, it just became a thing, and, the Ed Hardy phase came a little bit after that,
Yeah.
and then now it's like we back full circle right now in 2025. Everybody's icing out everything.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I
It's
know.
crazy.
I
It's
remember that.
crazy.
I had Ed Hardy stuff too. The jeans and the shirts and hoodies, all that stuff.
Mhm.
Everybody did. I used to sell them at a store when I did retail. What has been your biggest challenge? Okay, so we met a year ago. Let's just go back for the last year. What has been the biggest challenge? Because you've been really like your social media is it's blowing up. Like you have a lot going on, and you're dressing a lot of celebrities. And so, what's the biggest challenge as a designer right now in 2025?
Biggest challenge 2025 this past year for me has been just really just transitioning, moving from, St. Louis to Kansas City. I'm out in KC right now. Just that's really was it. Just honestly just getting settled and, being more in my space because, designing and, if your life is scattered or you're transitioning, you're in a transitional stage, that's definitely a big challenge. So that was a pretty big challenge for me in 2025 is just getting settled.
So, Q, what does your team look like, and how do you build a team, and how do you get funding for what you're doing?
My team right now consists of honestly is really just me on the design side of things. I don't have a design team. I do have a team that help me with our pop-ups and our activations. Right now, we very close knit. We're very small. I just picked up a couple new partners, and that's basically it, man. Our thing is to get the type of traction that we need to get the proper funding that we need for the company because right now, like you said, we're blowing up. We're doing really well online. We rocking out on sales, but as far as taking things and scaling it on a larger scale, we definitely are looking for more partners, investors, and stuff like that. So right now, yeah, everything is close knit. Everything is tight. I'm very particular on who I have, who I bring aboard because things are going so well. So we don't want any of the outside vibes that's gonna mess with our business and our pace. So right now we just very particular on if if the business parallels with each other or if the coincides with the people or the group that we bring in. But right now, yeah, we have like no more than four of us, 3 to 4 of us.
Well, that I think that's good. You got to people that you trust and have your mindset at the same time.
Yes, sir.
Would you think that, I think I'm always fighting for this for designers, and that's funding. Do you think that's a big issue in your design world in general? Like if overall designers like trying to find funding, think it's hard, it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. So I've been, building a brand for so long without, real strong funding. So I've been able to generate revenue through, like you said earlier, the hustle through the grit. So with that being said, like where we are right now with the type of foundation that we came from and that we have right now is amazing. And it's just a matter of time that we do get the right type of funding that we need to take things on a larger scale. And that's where we are right now. Like we're definitely talking to a few people. We're working on contracts with major professional teams from all the way every sport and, we just in a really good space right now. So right now, I'm just really just trusting the process, continue to put one foot in front of the other and, just allowing, it just to flow the way it's supposed to.
That's good. Let's talk about the celebrities that you have dressed. Can you name them all?
I can't. Now man, that's going to be hard because like I said, it's like 2 decades of building relationships
Yeah.
and man, so yeah,
Give me
to
give me
name
your
a
top.
few,
I don't want to say top. I don't want to say play favorites, but give me five.
man, they piling up on us, brother. I mean, recently, like the Pat Mahomes situation, when we put a jacket on him, I mean, honestly, it wasn't even planned. It was just one of those situations where he just really gravitated towards the collection. Some people around him already wear the brand, which is his trainer and his barber. So he's been seeing it left and right, and he's just like, "Yo, I like that." And I ended up getting the opportunity to meeting him, and connecting with him, and that was really a big one for us. Um,
I was
Jamie
there in
Foxx
Kansas
was
City when that happened.
that's right.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was, and that was just one of those pivotal moments, bro. Like we was there hustling at the KC Fashion Week, had a vendor spot there, and next thing you know, we was there with Friday and Saturday, and next thing you know, Sunday, or something like that. It was like
It was
I think it was
Saturday night.
Friday.
It was Saturday because it was
Yeah,
the home opener of the, current game.
yeah, and that went crazy because it was the first of all, it was the home opener, and they walked in with so much style and class, and the whole family was matching, and it turned into a whole frenzy, man. We felt the energy then. I knew it was going to be a big shift for us. And I always knew that that particular design for the current was going to do well because I studied, all of Kansas City sports, and their team was the one that was kind of lacking the style. They were kind of, needed a little more help with a little more cultural street push where, the fans just gravitate towards it. Everything looked kind of cookie cutter. So I knew that particular piece was going to go crazy. And when Pat saw it, he lost his mind. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm wearing this every game. Like I'm wearing this." Well, what he don't know is he can't wear that every game because it went viral. So we gotta move on to the next design for him for the next game.
Yeah. Yeah, I find that's, in the last I don't know how long it's been, a lot of, like, the European soccer teams and, like, all the professional sports teams are gravitating towards a more fashionable look than it's just a generic, like, you know, team name on a T-shirt.
And it's crazy because it's just now shifting right now. Like I've been looking on my page and doing some research, and right now they're teaming up and partnering and collabing with a lot of street luxury brands, street brands in general, and it's the silhouettes, it's the cuts, man. Like, I mean, we're kind of tired of looking at the starters and the Michelin nest. Not to say like it's just been the same for so long. I would love to collab with those guys because it's just been the same for so long. So why not, twist it up a bit? Because at the end of the day, man, like people are, making their own things. They're actually adjusting to, how they're controlling the market. Because now people are making their own things and making it look better than the stuff that's in the store.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And I think it's
yeah.
great that you do that here because a lot of it's happening. If you look on Instagram and go through all the different collabs with street brands and these
Yeah,
teams
Travis Scott got
happen
a
all over.
collab, like yeah, and then those pieces are selling out quickly because they're short runs. You may not ever see it again, and they're going to turn into capsules, and that's the play right now, man. So right, like I said, this is a really good time, good space that we in right now, man. With due to all the conversation I'm having, a lot of different partnerships we're cooking up right now, and man, I'm really excited to see what 2026 is going to do because 2025 has been a whirlwind, bro.
Yeah, 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 you've been doing a lot.
And honestly, like man, after the Super Bowl last year, we went out to New Orleans and had a pop-up shop out there. It was the Chiefs versus the Eagles. Right
Yeah.
after that, I was licking my wounds, going back home to the Midwest. And honestly, like right after that, I had the Gent fashion show that you hosted, and it just that was more of a mudslide too because it was like right after the show, a lot of people didn't know who I am, the brand or nothing out of St. Louis. We just kind of have our own bubble and the culture and the community support us, but we like a cult in a sense because we just not really out there, but if you know, you know,
Right.
and we kind of like that. So I got the opportunity to, show some of the cut and sew pieces and show our range of a design group because a lot of times people think we just like street. No, I can do cut and sew, everything. So, but that platform just took off for us, man. So big shout out and thank you for allowing me to get on the gent such last minute through Kelly, my friend Kelly reached out to you like you got to get Q on this, and we got on the phone like you said a year ago, and it just man became magic, man. We've been close friends since then, bro, and I've seen you at the gym and X, Y, and Z. But
Yeah.
man, your fashion sense is second to none, and the way you put together productions is really dope, man. Because that was one of the best, friendliest, fun fashion shows I've done in my whole career, bro. Literally.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no,
Yes, sir.
I enjoyed it. I didn't know what to expect until I saw like the rehearsal. I saw the
Seriously.
stuff online, but like I didn't know what to expect because I don't think I knew the cut and sew.
Yeah.
I'm just like really good, for the most part, a good judge of, you know, character, and you seem really professional, and like you were very confident about what you're doing, and I like bringing in new talent, and I was impressed. I was right away impressed, and I think you got on Channel 5 like right away too. Like they were there to
That
just
was
to do rehearsal
man.
before the show even happened.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, it was a whole story covered on it, and that was a great story because Randy not now retired. So it's like, man, I got an opportunity to get a legendary newscaster to cover my story, and just kind of put us out there and give us more, like I said, momentum or whatnot. And then man, Ozzie Smith was another great that embraced the brand, and man, he's been like wearing the jacket all through the city. Like
Yeah,
he said, I pick and choose where I'm wearing this jacket. So Ozzy is another one. Nipsey Hussle was another one. So man, Jamie Foxx was another guy that I went to LA. He embraced me and had the opportunity to like hanging out in the studio at his crib, man, eating barbecue with the guy, man. And, actually watching the movie, I'm watching Ray Charles with Jamie Foxx, bro. Literally my first time meeting him, he's watching Ray at his pool in a cabana. The moral of the story was he never saw Ray Charles all the way through. And I got an opportunity to watch it with him for the first time, him watching it. And he was in it, like all these awards. And this was the first time watching it. I got the opportunity to catch that moment.
that's
Crazy.
crazy. You never watched the whole thing?
You never watched the whole movie, man. Denzel does the same. He said he shoots them. Don't watch them, man. And they close friends, so maybe they got that from each other. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I might do the same thing. It's hard for me to watch myself sometimes, but
Hmm.
I guess I might do the same thing. Um, let's talk about your cut and sew. Where's that business going, and how is that developing?
I just feel like, man, honestly, the cut and sew right now is it's just not where the revenue is. So I love it. That's what I love to do, but I'm just going, I love to double down on what's working. I don't like, spreading myself too thin. So with the cut and sew, I definitely will step off back into that later on down this journey, but I know for a fact that right now the focus is, you know, the revenue, and it's the masses, and it's sports, and it's just putting out a lot of product, smaller runs, but a lot of product where my clientele can just grow, and the my name as a designer, Q Ambition, can grow, and then before you know it, I will have a Q Ambition collection, and it's gonna be crazy. Like, cause people just gonna be dying to get it, because they already have all the other pieces, and we created a bubble and a community around it. So, we can throw some activations, some fashion shows with this pure cut and sew stuff. So I'm just being patient with it. I
Mhm.
know exactly my skill set with that, and I cannot wait because, yeah, we're gonna have some fun with that, bro. I'm ready. I want to do Paris Fashion Week. I want to get out there with for Williams. So yeah, man, we're gonna have some fun with it. It's just taking my time, and not taking too many steps forward without, making sure all my I's are dotted and my T's are crossed.
Okay. What advice would you give I work with a lot of students, and a lot of students watch this podcast. What advice would you give a student who is um, just graduating and getting into the fashion business?
I would suggest that they indicate their end goal first. Just that's very important. No different than like putting your address in the GPS, man. You got to know where you're going. So just having that end goal first, not just diving in, because that's where it can get sticky. That's where you can get caught in the well. That's how you can get pulled all these different directions, which you'll finally eventually be able to navigate it. But that's kind of what I did. I just dove right in. So, if I could tell the younger me to find your end goal first, then it would have been a way easier path. But yeah, for all the students out there, man, just make sure you guys, and anybody who's just want to get into fashion in general, if you're not a student, but just make sure you know the end goal first, and then reverse engineer it, where it's just, okay, this is where I want to be. In order to get there, what do you need to do? How many units do you need to sell? What type of team you need to have? X, Y, and Z, and then work it all the way to the beginning. And then that'll actually give you more of a blueprint. And if
Yeah.
you fall off track or whatever it may be, if you sway or get pulled to another direction, you'll still have that blueprint to refer to, once you get lost on that map, like I was saying, that GPS.
Okay. I like that. I like the GPS reference. What is coming for you next in 2026?
2026, man, we're we're cooking a lot of secrets. It's hard. I hate throwing it out there like that,
I
but
know.
2026, you can expect way more collabs. You can expect us scaling to different states as well. You can expect us having way a larger fan base, more activations, and our online experience is gonna be second to none. Like, you're gonna want to go to the website to, purchase something new.
Okay. Okay. Last couple of questions. Who would be your dream celebrity to create a jacket for?
Man, dream celebrity. I think I hit it already, man, but let me go to let me swing for the fences. Taylor Swift. Let's do Taylor Swift.
Okay. All right.
Like, she's extremely close to this community out here, and she's been very influential, man, to like the sports space now, because everybody's like tuned in, like, see what she's wearing, see if she's in the building. And man, everybody around her, man, are good, genuine people. Like, all of the guys with Travis, man, like, they close friends of mine, and I talk to them a lot, and man, they are really good, genuine guys. So yeah, I would say that circle and Taylor, like between Taylor and Trav, I think, okay, so perfect. This would be the dream. Me
Okay.
making matching jackets for them.
Nice. Okay.
That'll be hard. That'll
Yeah.
be one of those situations where it's like that's what's up. Make them twin. Make them look like twins. Kind of like what I did with Britt and Pat.
Yeah.
They was twinning.
I'm
So,
thinking you should get invited to the wedding, and that's a wedding gift right there.
that would be sweet. That would be sweet. Let me throw that out there and see what happens.
Okay.
Seriously.
All right. Final question, and this is not a
Yes.
fashion related question.
Okay.
So if Batman has the bat sign, right? You want to see Batman, you got to push the button and the bat comes up. What would be Q's sign? If I wanted to find you, what would be your sign that I would flash into the sky?
Just look for the jumbo houndstooth, man.
Jumbo houndstooth. Okay.
Look for the jumbo houndstooth, man. We got it on us right now. Just look for that.
Okay.
You
Nice.
you
Okay.
know it's us.
All right. Done deal. That's my favorite question.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, Q, thank you for sharing your journey, your insights, and vision behind
Absolutely.
Goldbar. Your story is what's possible when creativity and ambition meet consistently. I'm super excited to see where you're going to do next. Obviously, I have Gent coming up next year, so I'll talk to you about that.
Yes, sir.
Thanks everyone for watching and listening, and please like, share, and subscribe. And we will be seeing Q at the Taylor Swift wedding online sometime. Sometime
into existence. Speak it into existence, baby.
Yeah. You got to manifest it.
Yes,
It's going to happen.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All right.
sir.
Thanks a lot, Q. And everybody have a good day.